exploring reality, and you allow people to understand the truth of what it is you're doing, and hopefully you stay objective in a very subjective medium. You get to choose every single thing that goes into focus. And if you can stay objective to your material, then everything, people feel that two things. One, they're not getting spoon-fed, and two, that they have their own mind and they can make it up with the information that you give them. So it's very, very essential that people understand that that's a form of aesthetic that permeates things like, real straightforward, the Charles Ferguson Inside Job. I don't know, how many people saw Inside Job? There's about half of people here maybe. Those of you that haven't seen it, please. It won the best documentary for 2011. It was truly a masterpiece of work. And I mean, when it deals with the environment, we've done a lot of work in this region, in this realm. Andrew Young, who's a brilliant cinematographer and also a brilliant filmmaker, has done extraordinary work on this world. His father, Robert M. Young, my associate for the last 40 years, has done extraordinary work underwater. He was the first man underwater with a camera in 1947, 48. And they created, they went around the camera so that they could put it underneath the water. And they used Jacques Cousteau's lungs, aqua lungs, to do that. And between both of them, then they gave Jacques Cousteau a limb to house the housing for those cameras. And he continued the work. And Bob did the work for about 5 or 6 years. Well, he was underwater for 6 years. The guy never got out. It was fantastic. But to me, there's nothing more powerful in the world. No book, no live performance that attacks the subconscious mind more than the audio-visual event when it's placed on the big screen and there's no peripheral vision. And you're sitting there and you have Dolby stereo sound, 5.1 sound, and you're sitting there and everything's rushing in and you're getting everything. Your conscious mind feels that it's possible to digest it and you actually have feelings about it, but your subconscious mind does nothing more than intake. It's like feeding a computer, it just takes it in. It has no moral value given to it. So you got to be really aware that when you sit down and you watch something, it's going to attack you. And for the filmmakers, you got to realize that the less you push on your subject matter and the more you allow, the more people will sit there and more people will grasp it. So it's a real issue for me when I'm making film. But we've done a few. I won't get into that. What I will get into is saying that we have a big, big problem we're still facing in usage of film to talk about the environment. We have a film out right now called Argo. Anybody see it? Anybody see Argo yet? Argo is a very interesting film done by Ben Affleck, and I think it was put together by George Clooney, in which they really don't understand the aesthetic nor the understanding of what it means to portray a person of culture. They have no concept whatsoever, and it's really starting to destroy a lot of people because they take our stories. The story of Argo is about Tony Mendez. But you'll walk out of that theater and you'll never think once that you're watching Latino that did something for the United States and the world. You'll never think about it. And it's a sin. That's a mortal sin. In today's time, you can't do that anymore. We need to be aware of each other's, and our contributions as human beings on this planet. And so that one and The Impossible. Anybody see Impossible? You will. It's coming out. I think it should be out right now, but I just think it's a story about the tsunami that hit Asia, Southeast Asia, and it's a story about a Latino family that survived. And of course, Hugh McGregor and everybody else was in there. So you never even think that it's a story that has to do with anything of culture, And so it's sad. But to me, our work is merely to allow people to understand what it is that we do.